So guys, much like Monaco is horrible to drive in wet and dry, but especially in the wet, Baku is also pretty horrible to drive in the rain. It's a track that really doesn't suit wet weather. You have to be really slow through the middle sector, that castle sector, and then you're constantly losing the rear end through some of the faster corners. So it's a really tricky track to create a setup for, but here we go. For your aero, goes 13 at the front, 17 at the rear. You want to stay pretty low downforce because that's super long straight, but you need enough downforce to stop your car just wandering all over the road really. Transmission, go 50%, 50%. Suspension geometry, minus 2.8 at your front camber, minus 1 on the rear. And then minimum front and rear tire. Again, we just want as much sort of traction and grip as we can get really. Suspension, super soft, much like our Monaco setup, because Baku is pretty much a nightmare with bumps and curbs and things. Go 1 front suspension, 2 rear, and 1 front anti-roll bar and 3 on your rear. And then you'll want a pretty high ride height to stop yourself from aquaplaning. I found 7 and 8 was basically as low as I could go before I actually started just aquaplaning and sliding all over the track. Brakes, go 95% pressure, 50% bias. There are a few heavy stopping zones around Baku, so you want your brake pressure a little bit on the higher side for a wet setup. Then your tyres, again, it's hard to find tyre temperature around Baku, apart from your rear right tyre, which takes the most punishment. So you want max pressures everywhere else. Go 25.0 on both front tyres, and then 22.8 on your rear right and 23.0 on your rear left. And that should give you a pretty drivable setup for Baku in the rain, but it won't be an overly enjoyable race, put it that way. If you're liking these setups so far, you're liking this wet setup series for F122, smash that like button and let me know in the comments below what your favourite setup's been so far and what tracks you really enjoy racing in the rain. But until next time guys, I'll see you on track.